Alrighty lads, I am here bringing you this 10-year review of the Hitachi 7-inch angle grinder. Basically, mine is the G18SS. This is the G18ST that's the current model or whatever, but it looks like it's basically the same. Okay, so anyway, as I'll explain here in this review video, which is actually about 5 or so years old, I bought this thing in the summer of 2012, so I've had it. It might have actually even been the summer of 2011. But yeah, either way, it's at least 10 years. I still own it. It's still been flawless. I'll show you guys the tool and some of the fun stuff that I've done with it, and we'll try it out here. I'll show you how well this thing works. You know, I haven't used every single 7-inch angle grinder on the market, okay, so I can't say it's the greatest one ever, but I can tell you mine's been flawless, and dollar for dollar, it's a winner. And no, I'm not associated with Hitachi or Metabo HPT or whatever. So enjoy the video. Like I sometimes say, you don't need a lathe every day, but when you need a lathe, you need a lathe. You don't need a ginormous, like 7-pound angle grinder every day, but when you do, you really do, and there's just no two ways around it. So, you know, I don't use this thing every day, but I have put quite a few hours on it. It's been through Texas summers, it's ridden out northern winters with me before I moved. I have never once had a single problem with this grinder, and it's just made extremely well. The fit and the finish on it are perfect. It's got a ton of power. For something this large and unwieldy and heavy, it's actually quite comfortable to use, again, comparatively, of course. And if you have ever considered buying a larger angle grinder, I would give this my highest possible personal recommendation. There's really not much else to say. I've had it for years. I've used it quite a bit, never once a single issue. It's an excellent value for the money. And today, we're going to be grinding a little piece of excess plate off of one of these shanks. These are ripper shanks for a box blade that I'm building, and one of them, the plasma cut on it, the CNC didn't cut it quite perfectly, so we've got to like smooth that off. But it's not a big deal. However, that would take quite a bit of grinding with a 4.5-inch grinder and a flap disc, so I figured I'd get this out. Now, the other thing about a large grinder like this is they're actually pretty ergonomic to run. These wheels only cost like maybe $1 or $2 more than the 4.5-inch grinding wheels, yet because it has a 7-inch diameter instead of 4.5, there's probably almost twice as much abrasive material there. Now, this wheel has obviously seen better days. I've been through quite a few with this grinder, and probably after this little job I'm going to pitch this one because it's getting a little small. But just runs on standard 120 volt current, at least here in the US. Since they're Hitachi, they probably sell these things everywhere with a whole bunch of voltages. I don't know. And I'm just going to wander over here and grab the extension cord. Now, how loud is this thing, you ask? It's pretty loud. It's an angle grinder. I would definitely not recommend running this without ear protection. However, with that being said, it's actually a little more comfortable to run without that. If you do, again, not that I recommend it, or if you're around someone that's grinding, because as compared to a 4.5 or 5-inch standard corded grinder, it's a much deeper tone. It's not shrill and high pitched, and it just plain and simple works like a tank. So we'll do that. You also definitely want a face shield for this because it removes a lot of metal. And let's take care of this here real quick. Well, there you have it, YouTube. That took seconds with this. Would have taken a considerable amount of time with a smaller grinder. And like I said, it's not every day you need a ginormous angle grinder, but when you do, I honestly think this Hitachi G18SS is pretty much as good as they get. So, thanks for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe for more. got to change out this wheel, and yeah, just a nice little random review video here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I've actually had quite a few people ask me how this grinder's still doing after this many years, and I said I'd make a video, so here's the video. Thanks for watching. See you next time.